African Union Heads of State Summit has come to a close at the AU headquarters in Addis Ababa, as the day was marked by close sessions among the leaders, with peace and security taking center stage in the discussions, as the focus was on strategies to enhance stability across the continent and address ongoing conflicts in various regions. In addition to the main summit, several side events on business policy and development initiatives took place, reflecting the broad scope and importance of this gathering. Meanwhile, in the formal handover of the AU Chairmanship, Burundi's President Evariste Ndayishimiye also took over the mantle from Angola's President João Lourenço. And to look at the developments unfolding at the AU Summit, we are being joined live by our Geopolitical Analyst, Mekki, Elmograbi, and also an African Affairs Analyst, Dr. Paul Ejime. Glad to have you join us.
Hello, Central TV, News Central TV.
Yes. Now we'll dive straight in. Now we begin with. I'll start with Mekki. Now, on your own side, yes. What strategic priorities is the new AU chairman, likely to advance as he assumes leadership of the African Union?
The new chairmanship could change to better situation, and I think always people, when they start a new year with a new chairmanship, they start to push in the issue that stuck in the last year. But still, the people now are discussing things regarding the security, regarding the safety of African people, the issue of the water, this time, and the wars in Africa and the conflict. We need more efforts collectively. So it is not just the chairmanship could make the biggest change.
Okay. Now, Dr. Paul, now what's your own take on this?
You will almost say deja vu, that we've had it before, is a normal thing. Okay. But like Mekki said, what is the impact? What does the new chairman? Remember, we are talking about chairman, that is a yearly rotational thing, and then the chairman of the AU Commission. These are two different things. So the Commission chairman is there, and these are just changing, rotating chairmanship position. But what the issue is really whether these leaders are in tune, how are they listening to their people? Are they listening to their countries, the 55 members of member states, and the more than 1.5 or 4 billion citizens on this continent? Are they listening to them to know what are their their priorities? And that should drive whatever the leadership of any organization, be it AU is the foremost political organization. But with AU, there are also about eight what you call regional economic committees, like ECOWAS, Maghreb, the IGAD, SADC, and so on and so forth. The ones in East Africa and then Central Africa. How have they also? Because you cannot give what you don't have. Sure. These countries must perform at their level, at their national level, and then regional, before it now comes to continental. If these ones that are below do not perform and are not performing, you don't expect any miracle from AU. I can tell you that. So it turns to, just leaders meeting and then, toasting to the fact that their life and the good life that they are living, that their citizens have been denied of.
Well, yes, you can say that again. But Mekki, I'll come to you now. Now, this transition now, do you see this? Do you see it reshaping, the ongoing AU diplomatic initiatives on, regional conflict and also mediation efforts?
Is it for me or
the transition?
No, Mekki, I'm asking to you, Mekki.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't count on the transition from chairman to another chairman. But frankly speaking, the chairman of the Commission of the African Union,
Yes.
Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, who has been, who came after Moussa Faki, definitely by 100% is better. Because in the time of Moussa Faki, which is the former chairperson of the Commission, there was a very high and strong intervention in the decision of the African Union. We witnessed that in Sudan and other countries in the Sahel region and other countries in the Central Africa, and the African Union started to adopt the measures of sanctions and suspend countries from the continental organization, and that is not matching with the African legacy. The African legacy is based on bringing people together and reaching people and try to use African solution, implement African solution for African problems. When you see the African Union, the position of the African Union is just copy-paste from the European Union, that means something wrong. But now there is a change happened after the coming of Mahmoud Ali Yusuf. The chairmanship now, still the change gives us hope. I'm coming now just from the African Union headquarters before 1 hour. We spent a wonderful day, the first day, and more will be the final day. The atmosphere of the discussion is good, and people now they are thinking they want to do more things for the African Union. But let us see what will happen in the next year.
Okay, like you said, let's see what happens next year. Now, Dr. Paul. Now, what geopolitical signals now does Burundi's emergence, at the helm of the AU, send about shifting, influence among East, Central, and Southern African blocs?
So, like Mekki said, it's not about Burundi taking over the chairmanship.
Yes.
Even Burundi is not stable politically, and so Africans, all the countries, they have one challenge or the other: security, governance issue. And today, this summit has also thrown up issue of climate, water management. Last year, they talked about the fact that Donald Trump has disorganized the global order, and there has been the reduction of aid, international aid. That was last year, and they have not gone anywhere with it. They are now piling other things. One would expect that they will prioritize their issues, take one issue and deal with it, until you have a solution. There is the Agenda 2063 that was brought in by when Zuma was the chairman of the commission, and her tenure was really marred by conflicts and disunity. Now, what has happened? Because even within AU itself, they cannot agree. The structure is not the type that can bring any kind of achievement, and that is the concern for those who are criticizing the organization. That they need to sit down and take one issue that, if it is poverty, for instance, deal with it across all the member states. If it is security, let there be tangible and manifest gains or increment in terms of achievement. If it is water, let there be there. I have attended. There is ministers in charge of environment. They talked about water. They've been talking about this for centuries. They've not been able to find a solution to it. So it is a case of just taking up issues, not addressing them properly, and then you drop them, another one comes in. No, you have to be trying to be really deliberate and intentional in the way you are solving the problem. I don't believe this issue that Africa is a basket case. No, but you were giving those who are singing that song, who have that narrative, the weapon to consider that Africa, which has the greatest, resources of all the continents. But today, everything, they can't get the leadership right. And so you move from Sudan to the Sahel, from Sahel to Somalia, from Somalia and everywhere. It is all conflict and conflict. There hasn't been any intention, that deliberate effort to really begin to solve these problems. And the UN Secretary General was there talking about the fact that since Africa has this kind of number, about 18 to 19% of the population, they should have membership at the Security Council. You wonder, he's now leaving, he's almost leaving the office. How come that it is now that he suddenly remembered that should be the case? Africa has always been treated at the international community as what do you call a footnote. And African leaders are not helping matters. They should lead and not just concentrate on themselves, but about the citizens. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. No, due to our time constraints, we won't be able to continue. But thank you guys for joining us, Mekki and also Dr. Paul, to discuss this new transition period.